guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the back-to-back AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I'm up to 2,108 subscribers. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, why not? Please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button, hit the bell for notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube chat crew, we're doing super chats. So if you have a draft question or a Loudini question that you're dying and you must know what Dale thinks about it, or you want to support the show, give me a super chat. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave, and the Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And as you already know, sponsored by jackpotjoey9.com. So if you want this cool hoodie, some flags, anything like that, go to jackpotjoey9.com. Remember, portions of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow fund. Also, the beer, it's limited supplies right now, so they're going to bring it back probably closer to football season, maybe this summer. So if you want it, that breaks, cork a bottle, Jungle Gyms, go there, get it. The award-winning, delicious tasting Jackpot Joey beer. And as always, we're brought to you by Betfred. Betfred, sports gambling is illegal in Ohio. So if you have not signed up for Betfred, why the hell not? They got all kinds of cool boost bets up there, different things they're giving away free money, all kinds of cool stuff. Go there, sign up. Dale did it. I did it. We made some money. Anyway, check it out. All right, what's up to everybody in the chat crew? We got Stranger, Pork Chop, Greg, Keith, LaShannon. I think I said it right. And Ken, what is going on? All right, guys, let's get to this. I can't wait for this week to get over with. I want to get to some draft talk. I want to find out what the hell Loudini's going to do. Is it going to be the Bengals DC next year? Is it going to be Marion Hobby? We're going to bring Al Golden back. I don't know. I know Dale said this is a dumb topic, but whatever. We're going to talk about it anyway.
Kafka. Mike Kafka is the second coming of Jesus Christ as a head football coach. 100% the Arizona Cardinals should hire Mike Kafka.
Yes,
over
I agree.
Lou Anarumo. That's why it's stupid because, I mean, come on.
They're going to hire him. I mean, come on.
Don't you want Mike Kafka?
Yes, I think
they work with Kyler Murray in Arizona, Bidwell family. I'm talking to you, Bidwell family.
Yes.
Do the right thing here. Lou, he's an old man. He's a defensive coach. Like, you don't want him. No, just let him be.
Yeah, leave Lou alone. Leave Lou alone. We'll keep him there.
What's up, everybody in the chat? I will say that sports gambling is not illegal in Ohio. It is now legal, unlike what Jeff said. And then
I say illegal?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's illegal. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
It's two totally different things.
True. But I think by now everybody knows it's legal.
Yeah, I mean,
I have to go rewatch it. I really said illegal.
You can't go on Twitter without fucking Betfred sponsoring somebody or something.
And you have to say
they sponsored my last shit. It was this morning, sponsored by Betfred. Tweeted it out.
What was the over?
I had to put gambling problem, 21 plus gambling problem.
What was the over?
Contact 1-800-GAMBLER.
What was the over under on how long that took you?
3 minutes. But I have my phone with me, so
did they give it a super boost?
It was over.
Dude, that is a sick. I like that jersey. That's a sick looking Chase baseball jersey. Mm-hmm. For the podcast listeners, Dale's got this badass Chase Bengals jersey on. It looks freaking cool as hell. He popped on the screen. I'm like, dude, I love that thing. I want that. Where'd you get that from?
I think Fanatics. My wife got it around Christmas time for me as a Christmas gift. I think it was fairly expensive. I had seen it and liked it, so I was like, well, not getting that. So she got it for me. That was nice.
There you go. All right, so Ken is back in the chat. Now, Ken loves blowing us up and asking 5 million questions. So I'm going to try to get to the first one you put out there. before you start going off and I can't keep up. We would be fine even if we lost Coach Lou. I did not like the chicken defense the first half in the KC game. It was stupid not to blitz Mahomes when we knew he was injured.
Well, I feel like there were times we were trying to blitz him in that first half. He was
getting rid of the ball fast.
Like, yeah,
that's what I keep trying to. Because that's what everybody keeps telling me is like our pass rush was awful, dude. He was getting rid of the ball in like 3 seconds.
Well, and they ran so many reverses, which I had talked about that week. You know, some people was too busy saying Burrowhead. Me, I was like, oh, what are the Chiefs actually going to do if he's a little limited? They're going to run a bunch. It's great. I think every damn player on that team had a reverse / something and a screen pass both. Like, I think everyone got one on that whole team.
And the second half, Joseph Osai was on his ass. I mean, I know Joseph Osai had to play the end of it, but Joseph Osai balled out that second half. He was all over Patrick Mahomes. So again, I'm like, we lost because of a couple calls that didn't go our way. We gave them a 15-yard penalty, and our offensive line could not block theirs. We gave up 23 points. That's it.
I mean,
it wasn't like they kicked our ass.
That's the thing. They talk like, oh, we fucking whipped the hell out of you, and it's like, you won by 3. You barely won. Like,
right.
They would have called that holding on BJ Hill. That they wouldn't. It would have went to overtime, and who knows what happened. You know, obviously, we seen what happened last year when we went to overtime with them. Right. That's neither here nor there. Whatever. I think your topic yesterday was about the Super Bowl, right? Like, do you plan on watching the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Was most people a yes? Like,
I did a poll on it on my channel, and I don't know if I believe it or not. To be honest, let me look this up at the results for this year, because it's the Super Bowl, dude. You can't tell me not everybody's gonna watch it. But according to this, okay, I said Bengals fans are going to watch Super Bowl. Yesterday's poll, 56% said no, 44% said yes. I was out of 54 votes. So, I mean, it got a lot closer than it was at first. At first, it was like 100-0 or something. But I'm watching it. I love football. I mean, it's a tradition. You watch the Super Bowl. So,
I don't know, man. This one's tough. I don't plan on watching it. Like, I could understand if I was going somewhere and they were having a Super Bowl party and I will eat some food and drink some beers and watch it. But I'm like, it's on Sunday. I'm going to get up and fucking go to work the next day. And honestly, I don't really give a shit who wins. Like, I know the Chiefs fans have been running their mouth, but Eagles fans are not good people. Like, you just watch the videos of them at the stadium and stuff, and I'm like, ugh.
I just don't want Patrick Mahomes to get two Lombardis up on us. I think I triggered Ken. I think we triggered Ken. He said, "It does not matter. We gave up just 23. We lost the game." I'm like, "Yeah, we lost the game by 3 points, dude."
Yeah, but I mean, any defense in the NFL would be happy only giving up 23 to Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Especially, I mean, he played a great game. Kelsey was injured. Bullshit. Yeah, Kelsey wasn't injured. He's about as injured as my fucking left nut. My left nut's fine. I'm just not telling the wife I'm ready to put out, Like, it's a fake injury.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Crypt Keeper's in here. Well, if you know Diesel Dale, he will chase an ice-cold 16-ounce Miller Lite and never break his heart. Love you, Diesel.
Damn right.
Or love you, Diesel.
I'll be studying up for the draft. If I do anything Sunday, I'll be studying up for the draft. I'll be looking into free agency. I'll be
I'll be in
the lab cooking about the Bengals. I don't give a shit. Like, now maybe if it's like I see on Twitter, oh, hey, it's a really good game toward the end of the game. Well, hell yeah, I'll tune in, see how it plays out. But I'm not going in to watch it like it's like, the commercials. The commercials, oh my God, they put that
sucked.
Shit. Commercials are usually not even that good. Like, yeah. That's always a big thing, and it's usually not.
Yeah,
sorry, Crip. I didn't see that you were putting about the commercials, like, right as I shit on the commercials. I'm sorry, buddy.
Daggone it.
But I and like movie trailers and stuff, like, which movies, like, God, it just feels like everything's going to shit, man. I'm about to go on a fucking rant of just like the world in general.
So you don't want to go see 80 for Brady?
Oh God, no! Like.
want to go see 80 for Brady.
They're just like it just feels like the movie industry. I think it's the whole streaming thing because they're like, well, we can just streaming's going to pay these movie companies put up these movies, and they're like, well, we can half-ass these movies. Like,
when they make they remake the same movies. I mean, how many times they remade?
Fuck, I'm pissed, man. Did you see the fucking? I tweeted this the other day. The White Man Can't Jump. They're doing that, and it's like straight to Hulu with Jack Harlow, the rapper, as like Woody Harrelson. I don't know who the black guy was that's playing Wesley Snipes' character. I'm like, why would you fuck with that? Don't. I didn't see nobody that compared to Rosie Perez back in the day. I mean, that was classic. Her going on Jeopardy, everything, man. That whole movie was classic. And you're just going to fuck all that up because we need to have remakes of everything.
Dude,
it's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I ain't watched that shit either. They made it into a series.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that's supposed to be a dramatic. I'm like, that's
not what it's about.
That's not what it's about.
It's comedy mixed in with some dramatic stuff.
I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I freaking love White Man Can't Jump. I watched that, a million times. We were going to the Danbury cinemas for, they're
going to do Family Matters next. Family Matters. And it's like, did I do that? But it's going to be like he's a serial killer. He's going to fucking be murdering people. And then he's going to be like, did I do that? Like, I mean, fuck, oh, God, I hope they didn't see that because I probably just steal that idea.
You just gave them an idea.
Yeah, fuck, Jesus. Fucking Hollywood. Filled with pedophiles and fucking pieces of shit. So they can't come up with creative ideas. They're too busy.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching. I watched.
Do
you remember the movie? Did you ever watch the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Did you ever watch that one? It's got son of a, I can't. Martin. Crud. Huh?
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin and oh my God, I can't think of his name. It was back in the late '80s. Anyway, it was a really good movie. It's where they were con artists. And they were conning people out of money. Well, it ended up they got conned. Anyway, so that was probably a year ago. I can't remember the name of the movie. It was two girls. My daughter wanted to go see it. I was like, all right.
Two girls.
And it was totally different name. I'm sitting there watching this thing. I'm going, looked at my wife and go, that's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. She goes, what? I said, this movie is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's the exact same freaking movie, just girls. And as I told my daughter when they got done, I said, it's the same movie. She said, no, it's not. I said, watch. We went home, found it on Netflix or whatever, and watched. I said, it's the same movie. It's the same. Yeah, Michael Kahn. Yeah, thank you. Who got a couple guys. Yeah, Michael Kahn. Yeah, they were in it. But yeah, that's where it's the same damn movie. They literally remade the same movie, changed the name of it. I mean, and made it about two girls. Like, this is, oh my goodness. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, enough. I mean, hey, it is off season, so you're going to have to bear with us. We like to have some fun talk, like rants and bullshit, but
anyway.
Yeah, let's run it back to the Lou. I seen Dennis said, are we going to lose Lou and Brian? It's feeling like Brian is not. Well, he's still in it with the Colts, right? With the Colts, he's still in it, but the Colts seem like their owner's just going to fucking draw names out of a hat at some point.
Yeah. If we also might lose Dan Pitcher to Tampa Bay. He might get their OC, which I wish if Brian's going to leave, I wish Indianapolis would make their mind up so that way we can move Pitch up to our OC. Because that would be the next thing that would happen.
Right. So. That is kind of the crappy part because you wait for the dominoes to fall, and like obviously I think Pitcher would stay here if Brian would get a head coach job.
Right.
But if he's waiting on the Colts to make a decision with their fucked up ownership and Jim Irsay wanting his drinking buddy that he had come in, he wants him. Everybody else is like, what are you doing?
I still don't get why. I mean, I'm fine. I want to keep Callahan. Keep Saturday. Take him. That's fine. Take Callahan and Arizona. You take what's his name again?
Mike Kafka.
Yeah. You take Kafka and leave our coaches alone.
I mean, it's 50-50 right now, right? And I think it was Chad Forbes yesterday I seen. He came out and he said that from what they're hearing and things like that, the media members and stuff, which who knows how true some of that stuff is. They put out what they want. They hear what you want them to hear, unless you're drinking buzz with Jim Irsay. But Chad Forbes kind of said with the Lou situation. It seems like the general manager really likes him, but the ownership prefers Kafka. And unless Kafka almost turns the job down, that's how they made it sound.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, ownership wise wants Kafka, and
Ownership usually
Lou,
wins.
hopefully, he doesn't have any other interviews.
I agree with ownership. I think they should do that.
Yeah.
Now, Who Did Joe says we're in a Super Bowl hunt. We're not trading T. Dude, I'm so tired of hearing people. I'm not saying Joe, you're saying that, but I'm so tired of people saying, "Oh, we got to trade T." We're not trading.
Yeah,
T.
and it's the Bears with so many it's like we'll give you a second round pick. It's like we'll give.
That's what I say to that.
Yeah. We'll give you a bag of shit lit on fire on your porch in return. I'm
sure you would gladly give us a second round pick for T. Higgins. A legit number would be the best wide receiver on your damn team. We're just going to take a second round pick from him. No.
All right. So Ken's saying we'll be fine if we lose either of them. I think we'd be better off losing Callahan just because, Pitch, if he moves up, and Zach Taylor, and it's a kind of collective effort with the offense. But how can you say that with Luke? And you tell me who you're bringing in here to replace him. That man has been a mad scientist genius with the way the defense is played. And you notice there's not a single star on that defense. And yet we just go out there and we compete with every team and you don't go to Buffalo and shut down Josh Allen. I got
to put this one up. He said, "Hey, I understand that I am saying trade T. Why?" This is from Ken for all the podcast listeners. I am saying trade Higgins. If they know he will not sign, which I don't think they know that, don't do as they always do and hold on to them, and they leave anyway. See, I don't think they know that. I mean, from all indications, all of them want to be here. So, I mean, we have another year of
T. and we can franchise him after.
And we can franchise tag him.
That's 2 more years. I'd take 2 more years to T instead of I would a
actually
round pick.
It could be 3 because you can franchise him twice, like we did Jesse Bates. I mean, if you franchise T, he's gone after.
We didn't franchise tag Jesse Bates twice.
Yeah, we did. We did back-to-back years.
No, I don't think we did.
I'm 99% sure.
I was thinking we could. This year would be the second time, but we're not.
No, this was the second one.
All right, somebody in the chat.
That's what I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this was his second one. Let's see here. Keith Pitch is interviewing for OC job in Tampa. We'll find out
that's why we kind of wish the Colts would shit or get off the pot with Callahan. Right. That way, if Callahan would go, that's what Iceman was saying. Then we already plan on moving him up. That's why we. Bates just won one tag. You should have known never to fucking doubt me, dude. I'm I drink all the time, but I'm still trapped with fucking knowledge. God damn. I tell Derek that all the time. Don't fucking doubt me.
I swore we tagged him twice because they couldn't sign him the year before that, and that's why they franchise tagged him. But maybe I'm wrong. I always thought all year that we tagged. This is the second time.
Maybe. He's still saying maybe to all you people in the chat. Fucking stubborn.
Dude, I've been thinking that for the last 2 years. That we franchise tagged him twice. So, here Joe says it was where is he? Wait, that one. It was the 5th season. Just one franchise tag. All right. Well, I guess I was wrong. All right. Whatever. It happens.
I seen a draft question on Chat's moving, which we love it.
Yeah.
I had to go up to see. I think it. Whoa, gosh,
this one
went way, but there it is.
Ice Daily thoughts on My Smith, D tackle, Michigan.
Mozzie Smith. So he is more of a probably would be more of a nose tackle type prospect, but he has some pass rush, and I was super impressed when I watched him recently. So he's a guy I've kind of got on the rise for me personally on a second watch because. I mean, he went to Michigan, but that's what I mean. I don't care. The dude is very talented. So I like him. I think he may be better than Siaki Ika, which Jeff, you're going to love pronouncing that name as we go further.
What was it? Sorry, I was reading the chat. What
Siaki Ika.
Siaki Ika. Hey, I got Chidobe Awuzie out, so I'll have to work on it.
But this guy is from Baylor, and he's probably he's projected as the best nose tackle type prospect, like DJ Reader type guy, can stuff the run, but also get a little pressure. But I think Mozzie Smith's better than him personally. And Ika will make some plays, but he never finishes them where Smith does.
If Michael Mayer is there, I'm running to the damn podium, drafting him. And I love Hayden Hurst. I want to get Hayden Hurst too.
It's baby Gronk, Tom.
Yeah. If you could just think, if you have Michael Mayer and Hayden Hurst as your 2 tight end set.
Yeah, well, and Mayer, like that's the thing. He's a really good blocker, really good blocker. But he gets open. He makes tough catches. He doesn't have that separation like speed and this, that, and the other. But did Gronk really, like, if you guys remember? I mean, Gronk, phenomenal. But did he really have like this wiggle / speed that was so elite? No, he got open and he made the catches and it was hard to bring down. He was a big ass tank and he could block. Like
exactly.
So like that's what I see in Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. Now I think he's a top 15 prospect though. So getting him at 28, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would love it.
I don't think he's going to be there 28.
Be there.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people like Darnell Washington. Jeff,
yeah. We were just talking about that. Good.
So with the tight ends, a lot of people like him, 6'7", like 270, 280, just a freaking nature looking man at tight end. He doesn't catch a ton of passes, but the ability's there to catch passes. He just happened to play with another tight end who will be a top 10 pick next year as a tight end, and those are rare. I don't know why I'm blanking on the guy's name all of a sudden, but the other Georgia tight end is a freaking beast.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I know the name.
He could have came out last year as a freshman and got drafted. He's
good. Dude's a stud. So but I mean, I like the Washington. I don't think I could take at 28, but
what about?
I wouldn't hate it.
Would you take Wright?
Yeah, Darnell Wright from Tennessee had a good Senior Bowl week. So he played some left tackle at Tennessee. A little shaky there. Moves to right tackle. Like honestly, he could have came out last year, but he would have been either like a 5th round pick to undrafted free agent. So he comes back and he plays right tackle. Smart fucking decision, because the man is he's going to either slide into that 1st round. I don't think he makes it out of the 2nd round at all. I'm afraid he doesn't.
So if he's at 28, are you taking him?
He's in consideration. He's in my top.
If you put him there, then you can have another year of Jonah. If Jonah doesn't work, you got Jax Carr behind him. Yep. I mean, that could solidify our offensive line even more. And
people say, well, Collins. Well, I didn't think Collins played that well when he played, number one. Right. Number two, he's liable not to start the season active. So that is not hindering me from drafting somebody and seeing if they're good. And then I would rather have, hey, if Collins comes back and he looks good, shit, Collins played left guard in Dallas for a while. So let's say Volson's injured or another guard's injured.
You can never have enough
or
depth.
you can have him as the swing tackle in goal line situations. Like, shit, who wouldn't want that? I'm just saying, like, I'd rather see us put more investment into the line than less.
All right. Houday Joe here, who's good. Is he gonna be on Bengals and Brews tonight with you?
I don't think so. I mean, he can if he wants.
All right. Well, anyway, he's one of the host of Bengals and Brews with. He says Dalton Kincaid out of Utah is another guy I have my eyes on at tight end. What do you think about him?
He hell of a pass catcher, almost more like there's been a lot of talk about Gesicki, and that comes from Malik Wright saying, "Oh, Mike Gesicki would be good," which I agree. I think Mike Gesicki would be a good tight end to bring in. He's a couple years younger than Hurst, same draft class. Hurst went and played baseball for a while. Is the difference. His production was down this year, but overall he's been more productive throughout his career. And he said we could use him in the slot more. I think that's Kincaid. Is almost a guy like that would be used in the slot more. He's not going to give you the blocking. And honestly, like if we're not taking a stud right tackle or something in the 1st round, then I want a Darnell Washington or Michael Mayer at tight end to help our line. I still want somebody that's going to help the blocking fucking game.
Yes.
So, like, I can't vouch for a Dalton Kincaid. I mean, maybe in the 2nd round of Dalton Kincaid, if let's say you pick a Darnell Wright in the 1st round, Dalton Kincaid's still there at the end of the 2nd. Then that's in consideration because he's an explosive playmaker, and I'd like to see a tight end that can make big plays. We have that in Hurst, but Hurst is almost 30 years old, and he's a free agent right now.
Yeah. I want to sign him. But okay, so let's get to the Joe Mixon thing, because if they cut Joe Mixon or whatever, we have nobody signed. I mean, Smarjay and Travion Williams are both free agents. I think they're going to sign one, maybe both. I have a feeling that they're going to either cut Joe or they're going to restructure his contract. Biggest reason is pass blocking. Same thing. I want somebody to block. Travion Williams can block better. Smarjay can block better. They could probably get somebody in the draft who can block pretty good and hit the holes, and it won't cost you as much money. So what's your thoughts on Mixon? You think he's a cap casualty? You think he might restructure? What do you think?
I think it has to be in consideration to be a cap casualty. I think team leader wise,
He's great.
He's always hyping the guys up, even when he's injured. I'll always remember when he was injured that game, and AJ Green, which happy retirement to AJ Green, went out on his own terms after catching a nice touchdown at the end of the season. But AJ caught that pass against the Falcons that pretty much won the game. And there's Mixon hurt running down there like all hype for his guys, which I'm like, dude, you're hurt. Like, chill.
Right. Calm down.
But I mean, he's a good teammate and stuff like that, and a good running back. But we just don't run the ball that much anymore.
Right. We're gonna say. I said this yesterday. We're gonna say this Zach Taylor's entire coaching career: run the ball more, because he's never gonna run the ball as much as we want him to. That's why more of the pass blocking. I think you gotta have a running back who can pass block. You have to
pass block and catch passes, which Mixon showed he was good at that, but. How many other guys could you get that are good at that you can maybe get in the 4th, 5th round, pay a rookie contract instead of $12 million? It is literally the $12 million, debate there is, do you just say, okay, we're going to pay him $12 million because, he's a good teammate and maybe he'll have 1 or 2 of those games like against the Panthers per season? That's hard to do, in my opinion, when you got so many other guys to pay.
It's hard in this NFL to pay a running back and he's in your top 5 of highest paid players on your team. They just don't do that in the NFL anymore. It's just not the way it's structured. And I love Joe Mixon. I want him to be here, but I think he's to stay here. I think he has to restructure the contract. And one thing that Austin Elmore and Tony Pike said the other day on the show is, just for instance, if you cut Joe Mixon and you cut La'el Collins, that saves $16 million right there. $60 million, I mean, technically could go out and get you maybe a starting right tackle in free agency as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, there's another thing you have to look at.
I seen it on Twitter the other day, too, but Brandon said, we need somebody like a prime Geo. Yeah, I mean, that's
right.
That, which Geo was we thought top of the second round pick, to be fair.
Right. We thought it was going to be Chris Evans, is what we thought, and it's never worked out. They never used him like that. That's what I thought. When I draft him, he's going to be replaced.
We still don't know about his blocking. Like, we've seen him block, 1 or 2 good play in Detroit his rookie year and this, that, and the other. But we don't know overall. We haven't seen it consistently because he doesn't get to play consistently ever. So I don't know. He's always in the doghouse, like I said. That's just somebody I'm not counting on at all. But P. Ryan's a free agent, Travion Williams a free agent, and Mixon with the $12 billion contract. Chris Evans could at one point be the only fucking guy on the roster at running back.
Right. We'll have to wait and see. I mean,
he won't be ultimately, but
No. They'll sign somebody or they'll draft a couple of them or whatever. I mean, hell, now somebody brought this up yesterday. Our last couple of years, the Bengals have doubled down on a certain position. I said tight end because we have none on the roster right now. What position do you think that huh?
We have Wilcox and Asiasi.
Wilcox free agent.
He's a exclusive rights free agent.
Oh, okay. All right.
That is basically like, you're going to be back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you got Wilcox. But all right. So
Asiasi.
Oi. So just the giggles here. What do you think there is a position group that the Bengals could double down on, triple down on in the draft this year, like they've done the last couple of years?
I will say, if Eli Apple is not brought back cornerback, I could see us taking 2.
Mm-hmm.
I could see us taking a guy in the 3rd round and a guy in the 6th. Other than that, I'm having a hard time seeing who or where, unless Unless, okay, you got rid of Mixon and Samaje that, signed somewhere else, and you got rid of Mixon and Travion didn't come back either
Right.
somehow, or maybe it's just Travion and Chris Evans. So maybe you draft 2 running backs
Yeah.
and have all 4 of those guys compete for 3 active game day spots.
I mean, for me, the 3 positions of need, which we're not in a position of need, but I guess they are, is offensive line, because to me, you could always draft an offensive lineman, depth wise, whatever.
Oh yeah,
but especially if I would like to try to improve the right
but
tackle.
are you saying 2 offensive linemen? Is
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying in general here, the three positions that I think the Bengals are going to circle on as far as a draft to try to center in on drafting these positions: tackle or offensive line, DBs, and tight ends. To me, those are the 3 positions I think they're going to center mostly in this draft. What do you think about that? You think it's close?
Well, I added corner. Well,
as I said, DBs. Yeah, DBs. Yeah. As I said, in general, DBs. So
corner, I don't know, corner, tight end, offensive tackle. I don't know that we double down on offensive tackle just because we don't know what we're doing with Collins. Adeniji, Deontay Smith, they're probably still. Carmen's still back. Jonah's back. So roster spot wise, hard time saying we take like 2 offensive tackles, as Joe said in the chat, but I don't see us taking guards. We've got our 2 starters at guard. Right. So I mean, I could see us taking a guard, but I don't see us taking 2. I don't know. And then D line, I don't think there's enough roster spots. I think there's a D line spot available. Like there's a D tackle.
It'd be nice to get our 3 tech. That would be nice if you fill that spot.
A pass rushing 3 tech, or like a guy like Zach Harrison, if he falls to, let's say, the end of the second or the end of the third from Ohio State, and this isn't just Ohio State bias. Dude's like 6'6", 280. So you could use him at both, and he's done a little bit of both at Ohio State, so he can play edge and interior. So that's, and throw in name. It doesn't have to be Zach Harrison, but throw in name, 3rd round guy that can play D end and D tackle. Somebody that could give you the pass rush from 3 tech, but also fill in if you've got an injury at D end throughout the season.
I'm bringing this up here from Ken. I had this argument with the same argument with Chandler, where he says, don't get rid of him by cutting him, trade him.
Who's going to pay the $12 million, and who's going to give up any draft capital or anything of value for him while taking on his $12 million, which is one of the highest paid running backs in the NFL.
You took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I told Chandler. I'm like, they're not going to, and I'm sorry, NFL does not, running backs to them are dime a dozen. They can go pick one up in the draft. That's why nobody pays them anymore. I mean, so.
I'm going to go angry P. We need to have Ken on here just so we can yell at him for all his shit takes. These are fucking terrible, Ken. I love you. But God damn it. You just want to argue, I feel like, for that's arguing.
Dale left the show. Oh my God. What am I going to do now? All right. Let's see here. Hefty Duck, what's up? All right. Let's see here, Ken. You said you're blowing it up. Let me put a long one here till Dale gets back. Only complaint I have with Coach Lou, at times, he plays the prevent defense, and when they are getting burnt, it only till the second half he can make changes and straight. Okay, Ken, buddy, we won 10 games in a row. We had 8 games in a row where we shut them out in the second half. Lou did great. like I'm not sure what games you were watching, Ken. I mean, I love you, Ken. I'm glad you're coming on the show, but we shut teams out in the second half 8 straight freaking games. You can't trade Mixon. Nobody's going to take anything for him. That's not the way this shit works. You can't just go, oh, let's go trade this guy for over here. Let's go trade this guy. Hell, let's go trade T. Higgins for a bag of balls. That's not going to do that. You're like, trade T. Higgins. You can't. They're not going to trade T. Higgins for what he's worth. What he's worth is a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round pick is what he's worth. Nobody's giving us that for T. Higgins. I know that's one thing you said they get. They're not giving us that for T. Higgins. That is just crazy talk because he's not signed. If he's under contract, then sure, but he's not. So I love you, but you got to actually think in reality of what the Bengals can actually do here, Ken, and you're just throwing stuff against the wall. Okay. Okay, what is this? Are you satisfied with the defense getting burned during the first half of the KC game when they only scored 23 points? Yes. Yes. The defense played fine. It was our offensive line that played bad. Our defense played fine. We gave up 23 points. Yes. Our defense wasn't the problem. The problem was the referees, and we tackled Patrick Mahomes and gave him a 15-yard penalty, and our offensive line sucked. That was the problem. It wasn't our freaking defense. We gave up 23 freaking points. That's it, to one of the best offenses in the league. Oh my God, you're starting to really.
What? You all right, buddy?
He's like, "Are you happy with the defense for the Chiefs game?" I was like, "Yes." They only gave up 23 points. The defense isn't the reason we lost the damn game. Like, we lost it because Joe Burrow couldn't stay on the field because our offense sucked in the first half. First quarter, we didn't do shit.
The right side of the line played awful that game.
The first quarter, we had 0 yards of offense because our offensive line could not block them. It was not the freaking defense. I'm like,
I haven't seen Jeff.
Stupid crap.
I haven't seen Jeff this fired up since somebody called Joe Burrow Joe Cool.
Right, like Joe says, 0 points in the first quarter. Right. I mean, like you're saying, like Ken is blowing it up, and I'm reading this stuff, and I'm like, I'm trying to be nice, but damn it, you're not making sense of what you're actually typing here, dude. Okay. Anyway. One more. All right, one more Ken, and then I gotta stop. They put themselves in position because of their poor performance in the first quarter. Right, the offense. You're right.
The O-line sucked the whole game, to be fair, not just the first half.
No, the O-line sucked the whole game. That's what I've said. I have said that all last week. I said it this week. I said the reason we lost this game is our offensive line could not block their defensive line. And that's the reason we lost. I've said that. Go look at what I said last week. That's the reason we lost the damn game. Had nothing to do with our defense. I mean, a couple calls went our way, but I hate blaming the refs. If we could have blocked them and not got Joe sacked five times, we win the damn game. If we had our normal offensive line out there, we win the damn game.
Crip, as long as we have Duke at the helm, we'll be fine. I'll take that a step farther. I think it's like Duke, because our coaches scout a lot, because we do have a small scouting department. It is what it is. Sometimes that's better because everyone's voice is actually heard, I feel like, when you have the right people in the building. And I feel like we have the right people in the building, coach-wise, which is why I'd hate to see any of our freaking coaches leave, because now you're worried. And then you're worried about that, too. But we're keeping Lou. Mike Kafka for president.
Right, exactly.
I'm really trying to get Mike Kafka to Arizona, guys.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to get this freaking week over so we can stop talking about the stupid Super Bowl.
It's like the longest week ever, and it's like checks calendar.
2 weeks, dude.
Checks calendar Tuesday. Another fucker.
Like, dude, I started watching. I think I said this earlier. I started watching the opening night because I usually watch the opening night and all this crap, and I'm like, fuck this! I can't watch this. It's like, that just instantly ticked me off. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like it was which was one thing was different for a little bit of what I watched. They like announced him up on a stage in the middle of an arena or something. I'm like, what do you? And they had fans there. I'm like, I don't remember that
opening. You mean like media week?
Yeah.
Or something? Oh,
well, like I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. They walked up on a stage in the middle of an arena, and there are fans all around cheering them on. So, and then I guess they went their separate ways. I don't know. So, but it was. I don't remember them doing it last year. Who knows? Maybe it's something new.
I think instead of a coin flip, because it said that whoever's won the coin flip has lost like the last 7 or 8. So instead of doing a coin flip during the Super Bowl week, you should pick one guy off your practice squad, each team, for a cage fight.
Why don't we just have the Kelsey brothers wrestle in the middle of the?
Let's spice it up, right? Come on, Come on, NFL. You do what
the
you
Kelsey
want
brothers
anyways.
Right in the middle of the field, do a cage fight, see who gets the coin flip.
But you can't let it go to judges again if it's UFC fight, because I mean, fuck, we know who the refs want. Fuck Kansas City, geez.
Oh my goodness! All right, I got one we talked about. Dwan Jones, Ohio State. Is there any shot he's gonna be at 28?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what you're saying is we can get a pretty good right tackle at 28. It looks
I
like.
think so. Not everyone loves Dewan Jones just because, like, when you're 6'8", obviously you're not the most nimble motherfucker on speed edge rushers. But you look at Darnell Wright, even he's not one of his knocks. He's not the greatest against speed edge. No one is. No one's great against a TJ Watt. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a
Right.
fact. But that's why you hope you have sometimes the game plan to slow those guys down. Yeah, imagine.
So I have a question. What? Yeah, well, it'd be nice if we have 4 people in there to chip block them. Anyway.
I
What
know.
is your thoughts on Jackson Carman? How is? Look, I think Jonas. I've said this before. I think Jonas could be our left tackle as long as he's healthy next year. He got the 5th-year option. What if Jackson just balls out? Do you think there's a chance he beats Jonah out for left tackle next year, or what do you think of that?
Maybe. It's so tough to say because
Right.
I do think it's Jonah's job to lose, and everyone
Yeah.
wants to shit on Jonah, and Jonah's awful, and this and that. Okay, when we were in the Super Bowl, who was our best offensive lineman that whole season? The whole season?
Karras.
No.
Or
When we
Kappa.
were in-
Sorry, Kappa.
No.
Oh, last year?
Yeah.
Oh, the Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, it was Jonah, wasn't it?
The whole season, Jonah was
Yeah.
like the most solid, the best
Right.
graded, this, that, and the other throughout the season. I mean, hard to say otherwise, right?
Mhm.
It wasn't Trey Hopkins. It wasn't a Deniji at right guard. It wasn't who was left guard?
Left guard was Spain.
So maybe Spain, and he kind of got wore down toward the end of the season, is the way his grades and stuff like. But Spain was solid. It was the left side. It was Jonah and Spain.
Right. Yep.
The whole season. And now it's like, here we are after 1 year, and we're like, well, Jonah sucks. And it's like, if Jonah's your weak link next year, if you go and you draft a right tackle and Jonah's your weakest link on the line, in 2 years, you went from Jonah as your best player to your worst player on the line, then you're still doing pretty fucking good.
Right. And I think hopefully he can make it the whole season without dislocating both his kneecaps.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. I can't believe he dislocated both of them. Hopefully he recovers from that. But yeah. But I know I agree with you. And that's where people were at, like last week. Everybody's like, oh, we got to blow the lineup. We got to start all over. It's like, oh my God, no, we don't. Like, as I keep saying, is like, if our offensive line was healthy in that game, I think we win the game. Because that was the biggest problem that happened in the game was the pass rush. And like you said, if we go from Jonah Williams 2 years ago being our best offensive lineman to next year being our worst one, okay, that's cool. I mean, and the thing is, it gives Jackson Carman another year to develop, and maybe who knows, maybe.
And that's what I'm saying. If he's really bad, like if he's not even playing average football,
right,
then you've got Carman that can come in for him. So that's where I'm at. I'm like, let's solidify that right tackle spot because I like this draft for right tackle. That's just
you're starting to convince me of that. That's because I was at the beginning of last week. I was like, well, I think I don't know how I didn't know how good the draft was at right tackle. If we can get one that's a plug and play guy, Goodberry tweeted me back and said Darnell Wright, if he's there, he's a plug and play guy. So you can put him right in there and start. And that's
I think Dewan Jones is too. I think Anton Harrison from Oklahoma could do that as well.
Now the problem, and I doubt this is going to happen, but if Mayer's there and both those guys are there, I'm probably taking the right tackle. I know I said a run to the podium for Michael Mayer, but it's offensive line. It's a bit our Achilles.
Well, see, that's where I will disagree because Mayer has that ability as a blocker to also help you in that aspect that you could have a little deficiency there on your line and move him around. So it
would be a tough decision regardless. I mean, offensively to get Michael Mayer and to have nothing against Hayden Hurst. I love Hayden Hurst.
For sure. I hope he's back.
I hope he's back. But if you can get a talent like Michael Mayer there, which again, I doubt he's going to be there 28. We haven't had a tight end that's since Eifert. I mean, that would be the
Eifert better pass catcher.
Yes.
So say that right away. Mayer better blocker. So you know what? They're both really damn good prospects.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, stranger. Ice Dale, thoughts on Joe Tipman, center at Wisconsin in the 3rd, and DJ Turner, cornerback, Michigan in the 5th. I would defer to Dale on those two.
Titman, elite hair, mullet, fucking elite.
Oh no!
Chef's
Do you know
kiss.
the best mullet was the kid from where did Volson come from? South Dakota State.
Cody Ma.
Yeah,
I think the CH is silent. I'm trying to get better on pronouncing
better.
these names as we get closer to the draft.
Dude, he used no teeth, long hair.
Oh yeah. Which he played a lot of guard. That's the thing. He played left tackle a lot there, but he played a lot of guard Senior Bowl week. Took a couple snaps at center, but most likely it looks like he's going to be a guard. I don't see us taking a guard in the first 2 rounds, and I think he's going to go probably 2nd round.
Right.
Which is good for him.
What about the cornerback from Michigan he was talking about?
Well, hold on. One at a time here. Who was the first guy he said?
I think you're Tipman, yeah.
Well, I mentioned his hair, but I want to go to the
I thought that was your whole grade, just his hair.
No. So I have him around like the 4th best center. So he's saying in the 3rd round. Yeah, that's probably about where he'll go. Good size, good athlete, long arms, experience. He has some possession flexibility. So originally I had him ranked as a guard. He can play center, guard, in a pinch, maybe tackle, but that's not something I like to fuck with. Like you play interior or you play outside generally for me. Mm-hmm. Weaknesses is just like leverage. He's a waist bender, so getting low because he is a pretty big guy at 6'6", 315. So center wise, 6'6" is kind of that fringe range of okay. I like Ted Karras is like what, 6'3", maybe 6'3" and a half,
6'4". Yeah, he's about my height, maybe a little taller. Yeah.
So center for me, I'm fine with them being a little smaller. And
they don't have to be huge.
But that's what I'm saying. Titman's kind of a bigger center, so that's where the waist bending and the lateral movement and stuff that you would worry about, where he may be better at guard than he is center. But decent prospect. And then DJ Turner, I'm not a huge fan of, but 5th round, yeah, like 5th round would be fine. I've seen some people have him 2nd or 3rd, but 5th round I'd be okay with. He's kind of inconsistent as of now. But.
Now my boy Pork Chop has got the Bearcats representing here. This is when I would love to get him, but Ivan Pace, where do you have him ranked?
So we were talking about that one off air.
Yep.
He's only like 6. I don't even think he's 6 foot. I think he's like 5'11", which I said this during the Senior Bowl game. I said it gives me Odell Thurman vibes, and not the hey, I'm going to get drunk. I give myself Odell Thurman vibes on that aspect. But on the field, as just a missile. That 2005 season, Odell Thurman was just a missile coming out everywhere, and he's a smaller stature guy. So that's who Pace kind of reminds me of. And he balled out Senior Bowl week, and he even looked good in coverage for a smaller guy. He had some pass breakups during practice week. And like I said, he just goes and he makes plays. So I don't see him being a first-round guy at all. Jeff, you kind of said, oh, does he slide into the first? I said, I don't think so. Second, you can't rule that out. The team could fall in love with him. He gets into the second. But I think he's a solid 3rd-rounder that any team in the league would love to add in the 3rd round.
Right, which actually 3rd round would for me would slide in for a good shot for the Bengals potentially to get him there in the 3rd round.
We just have having that late pick is almost like a 4th round. So
true. Yeah,
we would have to fall in love with him and probably take him in the 2nd for the Bengals.
Yeah,
because I think somebody takes him in the 3rd. But hey, if he's there at the end of the 3rd, because teams are like, oh, we don't love his height. Right. I would love him because imagine what he's going to do on special teams alone in year 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing too. It's another thing I think we should consider getting a speed at kick return, punt return. Trent Taylor caught the ball all the time, which is great. We had a little issue of that last year, but we're going to get anything out of there. I think we need. That's where I wouldn't mind getting the. Which I know the Bengals probably don't do this, but a 4th wide receiver with speed who possibly could punt return.
Yeah, dude, it's up there on my list. Like I like Trenton Irwin.
Oh, I love Trenton Irwin.
But let's not act like Trenton Irwin is
a burner. Well, the thing is, you need
speed, and like you said, the returner. You fill that spot on the roster immediately, and Trent can still dress as your fifth guy.
Right. Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't. It was not like he wouldn't dress. He'd still use him, and you can still use Trenton in different things. He's still. I think he's a really good.
Well, anybody
slot
goes down,
receiver, too.
Trenton is that smart too that he's going to come in. He knows the system. He's a hard worker.
Mhm.
You know, he's the perfect guy to have as well. Then you start. Well, hold on a minute. No, because they kept Stanley up anyways. I was going to say we don't want to
Stanley
squeeze
Morgan.
Stanley out of special teams because he's the lead special teamer.
Yeah.
But they had both. Like Trent was
Yeah.
still active.
Right. Yeah, they had them both on there.
Trent Taylor, Trenton, and Stanley were all still active, so they kept 6 most.
Thing
of the
is,
season.
if you, I think Trent Taylor would be the one that might be gone.
No, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I was afraid it was going to be between Trenton and Stanley, but then I was like, oh no, we played 6. Some years we do go 5 for a while, but
right. Let's see here. Let's go with Ken here. Hyatt.
Dude, yeah, but he's going. If he don't go in the late first, he's going second round.
We have no shot at him.
That dude, man. Oh my God, he chubbed me up a little watching more of him. Dude's speed is insane. Oh yeah, so yeah, both Kens are
right
in on Jalen Hyatt. Dude, oh man, his speed. I'm telling you, he's fun to watch.
I don't see you get excited that much about these guys, but holy crap.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Jalen Hyatt is like, just watch him, man. And you're like,
damn.
But that's why I'm not even getting like a man crush on him and mention him and stuff, because I'm like, we're not getting him.
Well, that's the problem with we're picking. You can't get a man crush on anybody because we're picking so late. You don't know who's going to be there.
I mean, potentially, like, I think his floor is probably middle of the second round, and there's no damn way.
Yeah.
You know,
well, he's not getting us.
Like,
I mean,
if I was a team, I would gladly take him later in the first. Not the Bengals, though. The Bengals can't take a
glow
first
in your
round.
eyes.
The Bengals can't take a first round wide receiver, but I would be like, he is very good.
Look,
I suggest anybody, even if you don't want to watch his games, go watch his highlight tape and just have the lube on standby, because it's freaking
your eyes got about this big. Your cheeks are all rosy and like, man, you got this gleam in your eye when talking about him.
I can't take him in the first. I can't.
We're not taking a wide receiver in the first. Yeah. Well, I don't think.
Like I said, man,
I don't see us doing that.
Even if he's there at the end of the second, it'd be hard just because we're going to have other needs because we're going to lose some players.
Yeah, it's our bigger needs.
But if he was there at the end of the second.
But if one of these really
I wouldn't
good DBs,
be mad if we took him.
But if one of these really good DBs are there in a second, because we're going to have to get somebody. You can't. We got 3 guys out of free agents.
Up,
we
Kevin?
possibly could sign 2 out of 3. Kevin, what's up? We could be possibly sign 2 of the 3, which I think we're both in agreement that Bates is probably gone. We could re-sign Eli. We could re-sign Bell. But you still got to get somebody. You still need more DBs. I mean, so to me, I think offensive line, if one of those tackles is there in the first round, or if Michael Mayer's there, that's first round. I think second round is going to be DBs. That's just my opinion. I think wide receiver is going to be lower.
It is. No, it is. But it's a hard thing when you try to scout draft overall.
Yeah.
And you see a guy like Jalen Hyatt, and you're like, I know we don't need him, but damn, he looked good in a Bengals uniform.
Damn.
You know, another guy like in Senior Bowl wise, Nathaniel Dell, which selfishly his nickname is Tank Dell, even though he's only 170 pounds. We are way different in weight. But he goes by Tank. He goes by Tank Dell, as in Dell. So that is automatically a jersey I could buy if we drafted him.
So we got Tank Dell,
Dale.
Diesel Dale.
But Tank Dell, freaking man, he's electric too. Like, that is a guy who could be there into the third, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't pass him up. My guy I loved last year was Marcus Jones, undersized corner, but amazing return man. He was going to be 25 going into that draft, so that was a knock on him. But I said, man, that's a guy I'd take in the into the second, definitely the third. You know where he went? The Patriots.
Damn it.
Do you remember him when we played the Patriots? He had a pick six. He had a good return against us, and they put him on offense at wide receiver, and he had a good catch when they almost beat us at the end
Why
of
the hell
that
didn't we
game.
draft him?
You're telling me. And guess what? He was also from Houston, same place that Tank Dell was from. So
There you go.
I'm a big fan of this Tank Dell guy. I'm telling you, I don't like that he is only like 170 something because guys like that I'm always afraid will get injured. But dude is a baller.
I think you need to email Duke Tobin and give him your draft expertise.
Well, hey, Duke, hit me up, man. I give it to you for free because I love the Bengals.
There you go.
I won't even make you pay me, but I could use some extra money. So you want to slide me a little something? I'll give you everything I got.
You want him to slide in your DMs? Is that what you're saying? You want to slide in your DMs?
Slide in all the M's.
Slide all the way up.
Slide in
all right,
them
Ken.
all.
Ken wants to know here, what are the best cornerbacks of free agency? I haven't even looked. To be honest.
You know, God, Ken, you're killing me here. Man,
well,
fucking,
you know what?
you're making me go to this other list of stuff.
Well, we're almost an hour, and you're going to do your show at 7. So I mean, you could wait and answer that. Then make Ken go watch your show. You could.
It's thin for me based on like who we would go after. So like Dane Jackson from Buffalo, Jamel Dean from Tampa, Sidney Jones, who we could have brought in a couple times and we didn't.
Right.
Byron Murphy. But then you go to like even like Eli. Eli's up there, like, but that's another conversation that I don't want to have because personally, I'd draft somebody.
I think they're going to draft somebody. Anyway, dude, you've been on with me for about 58 minutes. Tell everybody about your show. You got to come on at 7. And look, we tried not to go too much into Senior Bowl, but you were doing some deep dives tonight.
I can't. If people want to talk draft, I can't help but talk it. You know what I mean? If you ask,
I kept trying to change the subject. It's not my fault. But anyway,
I know.
What do you got coming on tonight?
It's both. It's both, Holmes. I read everything. I listen to everything. And then I go in and I try to get – so, like, my rankings have changed more now because I'm watching more now that our season's over.
So this is Dale at work. Draft.
Shut up. I ain't trying to get fired,
you
motherfucker.
That wrong. Go away. Go sit back over there.
I'm doing something. No, I do this after work hours only.
Oh, yeah. Duh. My bad.
Never coming back on this show. All right, but yeah, we will have Bengals and Brews. We're going to recap more of the Senior Bowl. I've got like a shitload of guys that I thought stood out. Not so many that didn't stand out, but it's going to be some of the guys we talked about here. But
so you and Arrow are back together. You're all hugged and made up. The breakup is not real.
We'll see. Time will tell. We haven't done the show yet.
There might be fireworks. Just saying.
No, he ain't going to be on there. I got the Rated R Superstar Kieran.
Oh, that's right. He's Derek's going to work. Duh.
And I got BSG, Big Savage Greg, coming on. I
got, Big Savage!
You know, Derek and I were good. We're brothers. We love each other. He thought I called him stupid. It wasn't calling him stupid. I was saying the topic of giving a certain percentage of your cap at a certain position is a stupid concept because if you got better receivers, but, you know, I could have worded things better. You
thought the topic of my show was stupid too. Damn it, Dale.
Yeah. Well, it was because Mike Kafka is the Cardinals' next head coach, and Lou's going nowhere, so we don't need to replace him.
You heard it here first on Strawberry Ice. Bam.
But for the sake of the topic of what the show was about Lou and who do we replace him with? Marion Hobby, I love Marion Hobby as a D-line coach. Never been a D coordinator. That's tough to do.
Another one's Al Golden, who used to be the linebackers coach.
Which we got to give credit. Willie Lutz, mention him. He's D coordinator at Notre Dame. Yep. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I'm also like, So I don't know. We've seen a couple other good D coordinators getting snatched up for those jobs the last couple of days. So once again, it's like make your damn decisions.
Right.
These teams need to make their decisions so we have more options. We're going to have less options as time goes.
What I keep saying is because people said Zim, people said this guy, all these guys outside the organization. You got to get somebody who can work with what we already have. You don't want somebody coming in here and changing everything up.
I mean, that's a great
That's
point.
why, right. That's why Al Golden or Marion Hobby to me sound like the two best options.
Yeah.
So I want to keep what we have.
I agree. I think our corner coach, it was his first year here, I think. And then our safety coach, he was even a scout here and has been here. But he's a young dude. I don't think you just hand him the keys like that. So I don't know. Let's hope we don't have to worry about it. That's
Lou's not going anywhere, okay?
Breaking news, Lou's back. No, I wish we could say that.
I wish we could say that. I would love it. I would love to title my show that tomorrow. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna let you go have fun tonight. Who day, brother?
Who day?
All right, guys. You guys are awesome blowing the chat up. Ken, I appreciate you blowing the chat up too. I just get a little fired up with some of the comments. But dude, Ken has been a long time viewer, so I appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And I appreciate every single one of them. They're Who Day Nation, Who Day Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, Radical Reds, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and then you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trunapole. TikTok is at Iceman90. I should be pulling off the sound off later on tonight. For some reason, I could not pull the sound off last night to put on the podcast. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to try to do it tonight. It should be up there, hopefully within the hour. It's on BeamPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Leave a comment so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. YouTubers, you guys are awesome. We are at 2,108 subscribers. You guys are unfreaking believable. I love it. Thank you for supporting the show. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. So hopefully we can get up to 3,000 faster than I did 2,000. So let's keep it rolling there. Long off season ahead of us. Bearcats are playing tonight at 7 o'clock. It's on ESPN Plus. If you have that, playing Tulsa. Bearcats have won the last 2 games. They're starting to look better. So are they going to make the tournament? I doubt it. I think they have to win the American Athletic Conference championship. And they ain't beating Houston. Sorry, hate to say that. Anyway, that's some Bearcat talk. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Centauri is on the show. We're going to have some fun. Ready? That's just sports, baby. See ya!
In the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, dripping heat. Tiger stripe the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you reppin', who that? Time to put your hands up. Bengals stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes be tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Now who wanna move, crossing on? Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we